Sparking Dog here. So what do you got? What do you do with old motocross tanks that look like they should be thrown away? And smoke them if you got them. What do you do with these things that when you get them in, they're just depressing looking? Would you want to ride a bike with something like that? And I know some people watching this probably are. Well, the first thing you're going to need to do is probably take the tank off the bike, because you're going to make a mess doing it this way. The second thing you're probably going to want to do is get some beer. Oh, by the way, smoke them if you got them. I've already done the top of the tank here. Some real complicated tools here I'm using. I'm using a jip knife blade that was pretty new when I started. And a green Scotch-Brite pad. And beer. Well, I've already done the top of this tank. It had a big nasty sticker up there. It was on there for 20 years, and so there was an unfaded spot there. The rest of the tank looked like up here, just terrible looking. So just like you're shaving, you wouldn't gouge your face shaving, hopefully. Removing a little layer of plastic. Man, I hate throwing BMX stuff away because some of these tanks are getting a little bit hard to find. This tank does have some scratches that I probably won't bother trying to get out. It's got a pretty significant one up there. It's a little bit messy, but it's not that bad. A little different technique on these old graphics. I am going to use the more aggressive side of the blade, but I'm going to be careful as I can be not to cut down into the plastic and gouge it, or it's just going to be more sanding you're going to have to do to make it look good later. Thought about using the heat gun, but it's already hot in here. Got the air conditioning going. No music tonight. Sorry, must be slipping. I don't know. Yeah, that's going to be unfaded. I was going to say, is that glue residue? But I don't think it is. That's just the difference in the fading. So you know, if you're afraid you're going to make your tank look like crap, well, if it already does look like crap, do you really have a lot to lose? And if your tank's real ugly, don't be afraid to take some material off. You're gonna have to. You're gonna end up with a lot of flat spots as you're shaving a contour with a straight line. Yeah, you could use water with this to give you a good idea. If you want to take the time, you can probably do the whole tank with one of these pads. It'll do the same thing, just take a whole lot longer. Yeah, there's some bumps there from the old stickers. That's kind of weird. Maybe it is glue residue. Yeah, it sure is. Yellow glue residue. I guess that makes sense. They used yellow glue on the sticker. So yeah, that might take some heat to get that stuff off. That probably will take some heat. For a whole bunch of blade work. It will come off there. Feel with your fingernail, you can kind of feel it's raised. So yeah, there's a little old sticker glue on there, but oh, that's literally less than 10 minutes. And I'm starting to break a little sweat, so I better have some beer. But I keep it about 75 degrees out here. It's not too awful cold, and I don't run the fan sitting right next to me because that's just going to make a big mess. But there you have it. That's one technique. I know a lot of guys use a heat gun, smooth the tank out a little bit and try to kind of unmelt some of that old color and bring it up towards the surface. And well, if a guy wants to spend a lot of time with this, you can do 350 wet, or what is it, 250 wet, 350 wet, 400 wet sandpaper. The longer you work with it, the better it's going to look for real. So if you can't obtain a tank anywhere, well heck, obtain some beer and a razor blade and a scratchy pad, and you're sure going to not make it look worse. It'll look absolutely terrible. And it's starting to look better. So if the old tanks look like this, get yourself some beer, a little bit of elbow grease, and some beer. They're going to look like that. Hope it helped somebody out. Thanks for watching.